YouTube. This is my man Johnny, aka Legacy Cutz for you, aka the champ. We're about to get into Barber. He's about to give me a cut. We're about to interview Johnny and let him know let you guys know everything you need to know about the barbering life, about sports, about youth in Chicago, anything. We're about to get into it.
Johnnie Akons, and I've been cutting since I was 12. Cutting half of 31 years. Professionally for 10. I got into barbering because my father used to cut my hair. And get home late sometimes, and I was a real impatient kid. I ended up just grabbing the clippers and trying it myself, and it turned out pretty good. So that's how I got into it.
What did you attend college barber school at, John?
I went to that Barber college, like that 103rd and Princeton.
Okay. Man, that's cool, man. Me being a barber myself, I went to Larry's, which is right down the street from Shazam. And it's a real interesting time in barber school. Basically, what I'm getting into is what would you tell the youth that's in barber school right now, and how can they hang their head, because $1,500 is a long time. So what's some advice you'll give them, John?
Well, first advice I would give them is while you're in school, don't be afraid to cut hair.
Right.
Get all the practice that you can. Ask all the questions that you can. It's a learning phase. So try everything that you can. Take school very serious. Go every day, start missing school. Those hours accumulate. You want to get in, get out, learn as much as possible, and stay away from the shops while you're in school, because you start making that money, you don't even want to go to school. Handle the business at school first. You got all the time in the world to make money. So the shares going to $1,500.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's important. As barbers, we tend to jump into the area of cutting without a license. And, it's always important to have a license, man, because, you do a lot of things, like own a shop like you do, Johnny. You own 2 shops, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, that Legacy Cutz, when did you start that one?
I opened Legacy Cutz up May of 2013.
Okay. So being a shop owner, for interested shop owners, what advice would you have to tell those guys?
The first thing is, if you can't pay all of the bills yourself, don't open a shop up. It's going to become so. It's kind of hard getting barbers. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Some people think it's, you're going to open a shop up like I did. I'm going to open the shop up. I'm going to have 5 barbers in. That's the next week, and everything don't go, as planned, but it didn't work like that. It took me almost a year just to get one steady barber.
Mm-hmm.
So if I couldn't afford it, and I was depending on the booth rent from the barbers to have the shop running, I would have closed down. I wouldn't have made it. But you don't bite off more than you can chew. Get something that you can take care of, as well as take care of your bills at home. And work your way up from there.
Okay. Cool, man. Cool. I see. The first thing that struck me when I first came into the shop. I knew about you. I knew about how you competed and everything like that. But then when I actually saw all of the trophies on the wall, it was just like, it was overwhelming. I'm like, man, this guy did all of this. So, my question to you is like, how did you become so good, or how did you keep the drive alive after winning your first to your 49th championship trophy?
Yeah, I got 49 trophies, but how I got into it was in barber school. a representative from Wall Clipper Company came by.
Mm-hmm.
They were sponsoring a barber competition, and on the flyer they had the previous winners from the show the previous year, and I just really wanted to get my face on the flyer.
Okay.
So I ended up getting in the competition, and you know, I won that one. That was my second one, and that was just my personal goal, was just to, at the time, get my face on the flyer, you know. And I won that competition, but I had so much fun and I enjoyed it so much that I decided to keep competing in different shows. It got kind of addictive, so that's how it ended up started, you know.
Okay.
And one goal led to another. You know, first it was just to get on the flyer. Then the next goal was to get 10 trophies. When I got to 9, I got in a competition team, and then that took it a little further. So, you know, just doing something you enjoy doing.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you have any like certain strategies when entering the competition?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that confidential information, or can you share it with the
Well,
world?
I can share it now. You know,
Okay.
before I wouldn't, but one of the things that I like to do, well, how can I put it? When you go on into a competition, you want to take advantage of your strong points.
Okay.
So one of my strong points is, you know, graphics and design. So I look for categories that where I can show creativity, degree of difficulty, and have to use my speed. So I like to get in competition. Say that competition is only 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that gives me an advantage over another barber, because I'm used to doing cuts in 30 minutes. So, you know, it helps me with my speed.
Okay. Yeah, that's important information, man, because you know it's a lot of people that want to compete, but you know they don't necessarily have a certain set strategy to go out there and win those trophies. And I'm telling you, man, just you looking at you the champ, man. But you know, it's like so you know, another question that I wanted to get into was, you know, as barbers, you know, we tend to have an impact on the community. And you know, one question that I want to tell you is, what do you think like barbers' largest impact on the community can be?
Well, besides making the community look good, you know, we pretty much we give advice to our clients. We like role models to certain clients, and you know, a lot of people look up to us because we do a lot of positive things in the community.
Right.
So I mean, it depends on, you know, every barber is different, but that would be my you know, what we can do for the community, the people that look up to us, things like that. You know, keeping the youth on the right path.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely important, man, because you know, living in Chicago, we see things every day, and you know, I just feel like that youth can be impacted by so many things, and you know, being a barber shop and a barber, that can be a safe haven for the youth in Chicago, and you know, so I guess my next question would be like, what would you tell some of the youth in Chicago, not necessarily who may want to be interested in barbering, but just in general, you know, how can they better themselves and better the community and affect people in that matter?
Well, you hold on, wait. You said, can we cut this?
Yeah, no, sorry.
No.
What was the and just you know, like the youth in Chicago, how can as barbers basically give them some type of advice to better themselves and better the community in their own way, whether if they want to be barbers or not?
Well, whatever they decide they want to do, give it 110%.
Okay.
You know, if you want to be a firefighter, you know, do the things that you have to do to become that firefighter. Whatever you do, make sure you love doing what you do.
Okay.
You know, if you want to become a barber, you know, hey, be a barber that you want to stand out. You know, do something that the next barber don't do. Just treat it, you know, like you love it. You know, and the same thing that'll happen to you.
Okay.
Whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
That's right, man. And you know, I think that, you know, that's great advice. You know, if you want to do anything, like Johnny said, just give it 110%, and you know, it can take you to the sky and beyond. But you know, on a lighter note, you know, a profession that a lot of kids look up to is being an NBA player.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that you know you have a fascination with the NBA, and I just want to get your top players of all time,
Mm-hmm.
your top starting five.
Okay. Well, you know, I wouldn't say I have a fascination of the NBA. You
Okay.
know, I ball for real.
Oh, okay.
You know, I ball for real, and you know, my top players of all time, I would have to put at the point guard. I would have to put Magic Johnson.
Okay.
At the shooting guard, Jordan.
Okay.
At the small forward, I had to put my favorite was Dominique Wilkins.
Okay.
Power forward, Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. I wanted to ask you another sports question. Your most favorite team of all time. But I know it's probably the Bulls, but let's exclude the Bulls just because we home in Chicago. Anybody other than the Bulls, what's your most favorite team to watch?
Favorite team? The Detroit Pistons team that won, that beat the Lakers.
Okay.
You know, they didn't have no superstars. It was like a team, you know, a whole team. Everybody worked together. They were a bunch of good players, but they didn't have that like franchise player.
Back to a barbering note, man. All right, so your favorite barber to watch, and I want to know your favorite barber to watch. Somebody that you could sit down and look at one of their cuts and say, you know, I like how you did that or something like that.
I got it. I know you said one. It's like two different words, two different worlds, man. Like the competition world, and then like the everyday, you know, barbering world, you know, like in the shop.
Okay.
So in the competitions, one of my favorite barbers I like to watch is Marquez Taylor.
Okay.
From his creativity, his style, things that he come up with, and then in the everyday barber shop without competition, I would say Arthur Muhammad.
Okay.
I don't think he know that, but yeah, it was like he helped me win $1,000 one year.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Fading technique. So you know that was something I never really learned. You know, I'm self-taught, but that was like my barber school moment. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's, you know, as barbers, we tend to, you know, look at a lot of barbers, and I know me myself. I feel like it's, you know, I look up to so many, you know, and it's just like words can't describe the type of atmosphere and how grateful I am to be here at this shop, because every barber in here I look up to. Mm-hmm. And it, you know, when that day when you told me, you know, come over to the shop, check us out, you wouldn't mind me having here, man, that was probably one of the biggest, I want to say the life-changing moments, the biggest life-changing moment of my life, because, you know, barbering has been a passion of mine, and I just wanted to personally thank you for allowing me to be here with you guys, because everybody's in here legends, you know, you, Dr. John, you know, Arthur Muhammad, Randy, Rod, everybody in here, legends. You know, we also got Tiff the Barber. She comes in on Saturdays, and I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to, you know, be able to have a seat here at Legacy Cutz too, man. Well, I really appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you thanking me, but I appreciate you for being who you are, man. You know, it's not too many barbers that's in barber school that come out like how you is, with the right type of attitude, with the skill. You know, a lot of people can cut, mm-hmm. but the cutting and having like the right type of attitude is like rare.
Okay.
You know? So that's a good thing, and I was very happy to have you on board with the team.
It's an honor to be here, man. It really is, man. You know, so, with that being said, I know you got a lot of things going on. One of the things that I noticed when I came into the shop for the first time was the barber supply store that you have here. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about that and the idea that came about, you know, with having a barber supply store here.
Well, with the barber supply store, most of the times, like at a lot of the shows, I might have a booth,
Mm-hmm.
and I pretty much started off at the booth just like selling my Full Blooded Barber t-shirt line,
Okay.
and yeah, I kind of like expanded it. You know, I had started selling some, a couple of details, different types of clippings.
Okay.
So what happened was I had the clippings and everything, and I was doing it like online.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started taking them to the hair shows, and from that point I started thinking like, man, I got an empty spot here in the shop. You know, what if I turn that into like a barber supply store?
Okay.
You know, and not have to just wait for a show to sell the merchandise. I can just do it every day. You know, so I did it, and it's going all right.
Okay.
It's going pretty good.
And for those who don't know, you can come check out his barber supply store at 9987 South Beverly Boulevard, Legacy Cutz 2. All your barber needs, you can find right here. So, I understand that you're an artist. I see a lot of, like the cape that I'm wearing, t-shirts that I'm wearing, you design and you made. So how big of an impact has your art had on your career as a barber? And how would you say you displayed it as far as, haircuts, competitions, and t-shirts and such things of that nature?
Well, if it wasn't for my artistic ability, I wouldn't even be in barber.
Right.
One of the things that made me take it to another level was because when I was a kid, the barbers in the shops in the area, they couldn't do the designs and the graphics. And a lot of people knew that I knew how to draw, so they asked me could I do it. So I said, well, I've never done it before, I could try it. So I just tried, and that's what got me in the barber cutting hair, was doing the designs. And if I didn't have that artistic ability, I probably would have never tried that. And, it's pretty, it helps me out a lot in the competition because as an artist, you have that creativity, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot. I pretty much in every show I try not to do the same haircut. I do something different. Right. Every show. At shows, like you can meet the people who hold, that have like different product lines, clipper companies. You never know, man. They might be looking for somebody to be a platform artist. Might see your work, see what you can do at a show. And that can be an easy way to get your foot in the door if that's something that you want to do. Okay. So you finish up, just tell the people what you got going on, as far as promotion, any shows that you're doing. I know you do Battle of the Champions. Just let them know what you got going on, Johnny. All right. Well, like you mentioned, the Battle of the Champions, that's my hair show that I put together 4 years ago. We're going into the 5th year next year. The Battle of the Champions, that's the name of it. We have anywhere from 5 to 8 categories every year. I ended up doing this show because I competed in a lot of shows, and there was a lot of things that I liked about a lot of different shows, and then there was some things I didn't like about shows. So what I did was said I was gonna do my own show, take the good from the good shows, try to eliminate the bad from the bad ones, and just come up with a real nice show. And I think I accomplished that. It's one of the most highly anticipated shows here in Chicago. We get a lot of barbers from out of state that come in. But the show is very competitive. Hey, it's a dream come true, man. It's come together real good. The team that I'm on are fine. We pretty much host classes, haircutting classes, how to build your clientele, enhancements. We pretty much do a lot of different things in the community, in the barber industry. Our team here at Legacy Cutz, we're getting ready to do some things. Can't put it out there right now, but we'll be on the lookout for some different things from us. Also, me and a friend of mine, we hosting the Best Barber Live Barber Tournament. It's gonna be a 4-state tournament. It's not just, it's open to people from different states, but the tournament will be held in Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa. The top barbers will go against each other. The winners from each state will compete in a championship and be crowned best barber alive. The good thing about it is they don't know what type of haircut they're gonna have to do until they get there. So it is what it is. So if you're the best barber alive, you should be able to do any type of haircut. So that's gonna be real big. That's starting here June 30th, right here at Legacy Cutz. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, YouTube, there you have it. I just got right by my man Johnny. I appreciate y'all watching. Johnny, I appreciate you doing this for me.
All right, man.
You know, I'm gonna say one thing. Peace. Yes, sir. Got a fresh cut by my man Johnnie Akons, and this is the first episode of Barber to Barber, where I go around and get a cut, being the barber myself, get a cut by some of the dopest and sickest barbers in the industry in Chicago. We got a lot in store. I hope y'all enjoy this first episode and many more to come.